Now we are going to see wind energy. At the same time, we are having the wind, especially in coastal area or the hill passages like that area, and we are making use the wind energy. Wind is an inexhaustible source of energy. Windmills, we are using windmills to grind the grinding used for grinding grains and lifting the water since many years. And the modern time windmills, we are using high speed winds to rotate the windmill, which is connected to generator to produce electricity. Nowadays we are using windmill to generate electricity or to produce electricity. And wind farms having clusters of such windmills are located in the coastal region as well as in the mountain passages, and where we are getting the strong and steady wind blow. And these windmills are using maximum that one we can see in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA, and Spain. And in India also we are having, but that is when we are comparing with these countries, that is very less. Next one, it is nuclear power. What we are doing, we are taking the nucleus of the atom, and we are taking the nucleus of the atom, and we are making the radioactive elements like with the help of uranium and thorium. We are making use of power. And the fuels undergo the nuclear fission in nuclear reactors and emit the power. We are making the atoms to we are making use the nucleus of the atom to produce the electricity or power. And the greatest producer of the nuclear power are USA and Europe. And in India we are having in Rajasthan and Jharkhand, and we are having the deposit of uranium and thorium. We can see the in the that is the large quantities in the monazite sands of Kerala, that is black color sand in the coastal area. In that sand we are having the presence of thorium also. And the nuclear power stations in India are located in Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu, Tarapur in Maharashtra, and Rana Pratap Sagar near to Kota in Rajasthan, and Narara in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaiga in Karnataka. Like that, some of the nuclear plants we are having, and we are making use uranium and thorium for that. And next one is geothermal energy. The inside, if we learned in sixth standard, the in sorry seventh standard, inside the earth, and we know this is the core, and this place it is very hot, and very much pressure they are getting. And this heat, when it is coming out to the surface, that we are making use for to generate the power. And the heat energy obtained from the earth is called geothermal energy. And the temperature in the interior of earth rise steadily as we go deeper. And soon times this heat energy maybe make surface itself to the in the form of hot spring. We are getting the hot springs. If the in some area we can see like that the water is coming with boiled water, it is coming out. That is the some of the springs, it is coming out of this interior of earth or core of the earth. And this heat can be used to generate power. We are making use that heat to generate power. And the geothermal energy is the form hot spring has been used for cooking and heating and bathing for several years. We were this the geothermal, that water we was, even in Maharashtra we are having like that spring, or in Himachal Pradesh we are having. And some of the traditionally people was thinking like that it is a place where we are getting healing. And because that boiled water, if you are taking bath, we will get a healing like that. They, some of the body pain like that, some diseases, arthritis like that, some diseases will get healed like that. People was thinking on that all the time. And later we are making use for using generating electricity. We can see here in the picture it is given how the geothermal power they are producing at the same time, how it is making use for cooking purpose. and we can see the which countries they are making use this geothermal energy for electricity production. And we can see that one is USA is the world largest producer. Then other some countries like New Zealand, Ireland, Philippines, Central America, like there some other countries also leading producers. And in India we are having Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Pugawali in Ladakh. Like the two areas we are making use of geothermal energy. And how we are taking it out, everything it is given in the picture. You can see that picture and try to understand. The next one, the tidal energy. Tide, if it is related to ocean, and tide and waves, like the things we all already have studied. And the tidal energy, the energy is generated from the tide is known as tidal energy. And tidal energy can be harnessed by the building dams at a narrow opening of the sea. We want to make the narrow opening to sea. And the high tidal high tide, the energy of the tides used to turn the turbine. And when the high tides are coming, that time with the power of pressure of that tides, we are turning the turbines and generating electricity. And dams to produce electricity. And Russia, France, Gulf of uh, Kutch in India, we are making use the tidal mill farms we are having. And in Calcutta area also we are having, but Gulf of Kutch, that is in Gujarat area, that is famous one. The next one, last one, it is biogas. That is very familiar to us, because in everywhere we can see the biogas plants. And we know biogas, that is organic waste we are taking from the plants, animals, and the animal dung and kitchen waste, everything we are converting into a fuel, that is known as biogas. The organic waste is this, with the help of decomposition, we are with the help of bacteria we are generating biogas. And after this one we are getting, we will get the manure also. That manure is more good for farming also. And this biogas we can use for as a cooking fuel, as well as for lighting purpose also we can use. And energy is everywhere. And then conclusion, energy is everywhere, but we can see that in harnessing of energy is both difficult as well as costly. We are having the different types of energy, but making use that energy, it is costly as well as it is difficult. And each one of us can make, we want to think about prudently think about the use of energy, because it will finish it very fast, especially the conventional energy or non-renewable energy. And the renewable energy we can make use, but the initial cost is very high. So what we want to do, we want to take care about our use of energy. We should not waste energy. And we can say like that, energy served is energy generated, or energy served means energy produced. So because if we once the energy is we served, we can make use after some time. So it is means they are saying like that, energy served means energy generated or energy produced. Act now and make brighter energy future. Now onwards we want to act according to that, then we can make the energy the future very easily, the energy resources. So in this lesson we discuss about the minerals. The lesson name itself, it is minerals and energy resources. And in starting part we have seen that what it mean, minerals. Then we studied about types of mineral, types of mining, then distribution of minerals according to each continent, what all minerals are available, continent itself, which countries are major producing countries. Then we studied about uses of minerals. Then we studied about conservation of minerals. Then power resources. We studied about conventional resources and non-conventional resources. In other words, renewable and non-renewable resources. And the coal, petroleum, natural gas. These are the conventional energy resources. And biogas, solar, tidal energy, and wind energy, etc., are the non-conventional energy resources. By this, we are stopping the lesson and you will get your worksheet. You can complete it today. Tomorrow, you can submit. Thank you. Have a nice day.